Okay, welcome everybody to another class on preposition mistakes. If you want to join this course, you can join the course on my website, skype-lessons.com. And if you use the coupon code 7, you get the course lifetime access for £7. And you can also get it on Udemy. Click under the video for a cheap discount link. Okay, so we have here 12 different mistakes with prepositions, and preposition mistakes are quite straightforward, so I'll try and talk about a couple of other things which might also help you, especially this important to me and important for me at the bottom. But let's start with number one. That puts them in risk. No, the phrase is at risk. Yeah, he is at risk. That puts them at risk. And if you want another preposition, of, if you're going to say what they're at risk of, yeah, he is at risk of dying, whatever. But of and then gerund after it. Okay, if you're going to give it an object. And if you use it as a verb, we risked missing the train. You use a gerund after it, and you don't use a preposition at all. Yeah, we risked missing the train. But yeah, that puts them at risk, yeah, of something, if you're going to give it an object. Okay, number two. I've a good impression about them. No, you have a good impression of somebody. Yeah, I've got a good impression. Yeah, I have a good impression. In fact, sorry, I've got a good impression. I have a good impression. Yeah, I've got a good impression of them. Yeah, they made a good impression on me. Yeah, so make an impression on somebody. Sorry, there's a lot of junk in this room at the moment. Make an impression on somebody. But a good impression of somebody, yeah? I have a good impression of somebody, a bad impression of somebody, impression of somebody. Okay, so they're the two phrases that you need to learn. But yeah, we do say he made a good impression on me. So remember that one as well, it's useful. You know, here we can say I've got a good impression of them, or they made a good impression on me. Okay, number three. One of the customers approached to me. No, one of the customers approached me. Approach doesn't have this preposition to, okay? You just say one of the customers approached me. But I want to make this clear that if you want to talk about approach and you want to sound really fluent and natural, then please use any one of these many phrasal verbs, yeah? One of the customers walked over to me, yeah, and whatever. One of the customers went up to me. One of the customers ran up to me, ran over to me. One of the customers crawled over to me, crawled up to me. You can take almost any verb of motion, yeah, verb of motion, of walking, running, driving, yeah, drive over to somebody, drive up to somebody, cycle over to somebody, cycle up to somebody, and use those two prepositions or those two prepositions. And we do this especially when it is a person. And so when you approach a person, please use one of these phrasal verbs. You will sound very natural, I promise. If you're not using these phrasal verbs, bear in mind that all the natives are. And so if you want to sound like them, then you've got to start using them. And sure, this is a good word. I'm not saying it's not a good word, it's a great word. But we are more likely to use those ones. Far more likely, in my opinion, we'll probably say one of those rather than that one, although it's a good word and we do use it sometimes, of course. Okay, so number four. They bought tickets to Leondorn. No, for Leondorn, we say for somebody. Buy something for somebody. Buy a present for me. Buy some milk for my parents.